David Blodgett, Desert Hot Springs, California. Well, for me, it's been a progressive program. I didn't really have a momentary move from the unawakened state to the awakened state. I had a lot of awakened realizations and...
When you say awakened realizations, what do you mean by that?
Well, miracles and synchronicities happening in my life a lot. Mm-hmm. A smoothness or going with the flow of life rather than resisting it.
So was resistance, you would say, before more common?
Yeah, the resistance was more common.
When you say resistance, what do you specifically mean internally for yourself?
Well, a lot of mental anguish or a lot of periods of not being clear in my decision making. My decision making since I've become awakened is more smooth and I don't question it. It's kind of like it happens automatically more.
Smooth meaning you have no internal conflict about decisions?
Well, my mind's just not as conflicted, is what I would say.
Right, so when you make a decision, do you have any afterthoughts about whether it's the right decision or not?
Yeah, I would say that my mind is maybe more in the background now, where before it was in the foreground. So I was taking my mind more seriously. And now I don't take my mind so seriously.
What have you noticed in terms of your interaction with others prior to your awakening? Is there something you've noticed that's very distinct?
You know, in that vein, I'm not too aware of what's happening. So I don't know how others view me. In my feelings for people, I think I'm more compassionate and understanding.
And would you say that wasn't there prior to awakening for yourself?
To some degree it wasn't there. It's just more there now. Like I'm more connected with people where before I was felt more separate.
Mm-hmm. So what happens now that when you get into a situation that feels unresolved, something happens, you're not happy about it? What happens in your experience?
Well, it resolves quicker.
What do you mean by that?
Well, my mind doesn't dwell on it. I make a decision and just go with the decision. And the decision isn't so serious. I would say generally my life is less serious than it used to be.
What concepts did you have about awakening before that that you thought were, oh my God, this is awakening?
I think satisfaction is a big element there. Mm-hmm. I think before, or when I was less awakened or before awakening, I was more dissatisfied with other people, with myself, less care for myself. And I would also say that life is clearly paradoxical.
And do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't.
Let
me give you an example of a paradox. I feel more full and I feel empty.
Would that have bothered you prior to awakening?
Yeah, I might have dwelled on it. Mentally, I might have dwelled on it and I might have looked into it more. I tell you, that's one of the main things with awakening for me. I'm more relaxed with the way things are, the way it is in the moment right now.
So would you say, on a practical level, awakening has been a transformation in your life?
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. Because if you're not awake, you are burning up and using a lot of energy for nothing. And that's a real big event for me.